All right, y'all. Back again for another workout. Um, this is so I had the developmental workout on Saturday. So this is the one kind of in between. So tomorrow will be a recovery workout. Then after that, I'll do kind of a stimulatory or stimulative session, half the volume of that one on Saturday. So this is just trying to get some work in, make sure I don't use any kind of hormones or kind of substrates that were increased with that developmental session. So right now I'm going to focus on some isometrics for the lower body and oscillatory isometrics for the upper body. So just trying to learn some positions. So I'll do one that's kind of more max velocity and then one that's a little more acceleration oriented. Trying to get a little bit more forefoot rocker. I'm kind of stiff there, but also just kind of build strength in that position too. So here we go. Did this one last time. All right, so do upper body kind of superset things together just to get through the workout quicker. So I'm going to do a side raise, oscillatory isometric. So holding the weight up, relax, and then kind of contract everything quickly up there. Same thing as last time. I'll just do 20 reps, really focusing on the full relaxation and then tensing things as hard as I can, trying to keep shoulder blade kind of down and back at the same time. Then the other side. So I actually think the weight's probably a little too heavy for that. I can do it, but I'm not getting the kind of bounce that I'm looking for. So I'll decrease the weight for the next set and see how that goes. All right, time for the second set. I did add a purple band to this just to get a little bit more pull this way. And with that, what I'm trying to do is kind of have the lean I would want when I'm sprinting. We don't want to be perfectly straight, but we don't want to lean this way where it's kind of breaking at our hips. We want it kind of coming from down low. And so I feel like I need that little extra pull that way. So let's see how this goes. That was getting tiring. And then I got Stormy playing with my foot too. You could see how much I was working on that with the leg shaking. All right, so I did 10 pounds last time. I cut it down to 5 this time. That's better. Now that reaction gets the weight up there, whereas before it's kind of like it's here and then I had to muscle it up. So lighter weight's what I needed. That felt good. All right, so I'm trying to make up something that'll work for the more acceleration phase. So I'm going to try it with the bar down low. The bar won't actually be on my shoulders, but it gives me something to push into, plus having this. I'm not sure if that's going to be the better way to do it. So for the next set, I'll move the bar kind of out of the way and just have tension back here pulling me to see which feels like it's working what I want it to work. Oh, that one's tough. So I definitely feel the push into that, but I don't feel a whole lot from here. So like I said, I'll try it differently next time. Next up for upper body, same idea, but a front raise, the oscillatory isometrics, so relaxing and then just tensing everything up and the weight should pop back up. Felt pretty good, keeping the 5 pounds. All right, hopefully this works. Got a heavier band. I think that'll be out of the way. I hope it is. If not, you'll never know because I'll just delete this video. But same thing, trying to get into kind of that start position. Again, I don't want to break too much here, but trying to keep kind of a good lean and then trying to get that shin down as far as I can. That low shin angle helps with the projection during acceleration. I do think I like it better this way. I'll have to look at the videos to see about angles and make sure that all kind of follows, but I think I like it better with the pull coming straight from here rather than pushing into something. All right, I did do one other isometric for the lower body. kind of working on biceps femoris, so one of the hamstring muscles, but the angle's not good, so I'll have to play around with that, maybe film it next time. But I'm going to move on to the oscillatory isometric with the slide incline. All right, y'all, that's it for today. So I didn't film everything. I did 2 sets for the front raise. I didn't film the second one for that, or the oscillatory isometric on the incline bench. I'll check out and try to find a better angle to where I can get that isometric for the biceps femoris, and maybe include that next week when I go through this workout. But so today it wasn't an easy workout, but it definitely wasn't as hard as Saturday. The volume wasn't that much. I didn't go to failure on anything, so you're still a lot left in the tank as far as that goes. Again, that should help to kind of keep those hormone levels and other things circulating at a higher level like I want. And then I'll do the recovery workout tomorrow where I'll do the high intensity or high resistant bike rides, and then I'll do stuff for my back as well, climbing. And then the next day I'll kind of repeat that Saturday workout, but like at half the volume. Not sure if I'll be able to get on the track and repeat that exactly, but I'll do some things that involve more kind of on the track, on the field kind of stuff to work on sprinting. And then I'll come in the weight room, do the same exercises, take them to failure, but cut the sets in half. That way I kind of stimulate things and kind of bump those hormone levels up a little bit again, but not something that's too taxing that I couldn't recover from. So that's kind of the general thought and idea. But hopefully these exercises gave you something to think about, something a little bit different. Not saying everybody needs them by any means. We'll see if they benefit me or not. I don't know. I'm just giving it a shot. It seems like it's helped me kind of get into some positions, that I can't get into. And so hopefully that'll help my body to learn that. And then when I go on the track, it'll carry over there. That's the goal. We'll see if it works or not. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye.